In a year like no other, the Global Champions League produced some great stories.
Time faults won't matter. Is it their second win? It is their second win. How about that?
Right from the first stage in Doha, the battle for the champions' crown started, and it never stopped.
Holds for the blank, and it is a win. They are dressed for success, and it is success that suits them best.
New teams challenged the traditional top teams. The under-25 riders had a big impact. The battle for a top 4 place was decided at the last stage, and the 2022 season ended in a spectacular finale.
Oh! That's 8.
These are the biggest stories of the season. 3 new teams in the 2022 Global Champions League season: Istanbul Sultans, Rome Gladiators and Stockholm Hearts. New, yes, but certainly not shy. In Doha, Stockholm Hearts boldly took the lead in the first round.
It's looking brilliant here for Stockholm Hearts. It is the first double clear, and it is Stockholm Hearts that take the lead in the first round of Global Champions League of Doha.
Experienced teams like London Knights and Berlin Eagles increased the pressure in the second round. Under-25 Madrid Emotion rider Jack Whittaker really impressed. He produced 2 good rounds that helped his team to 3rd spot and the podium. Hamburg Giants delivered another double clear to add to that pressure. Could the new team start the season with a win?
2 left for a brand new team in a brand new season, with brand new songs and brand new colors, and it works. It's double clear, and it's faster, it's clean.
Marlon Bayern Jonsson and Peter Fredriksson kept their nerve. Stockholm Hearts' debut on the Global Champions League marked with an impressive win. The traditional top teams had to bounce back in the next stage in Miami Beach. On the beach next to the Atlantic Ocean, the battle for the lead in the championship was wide open after round 1.
Can you imagine the winners from Doha sinking to last place, and I don't see any other team.
Doha winners Stockholm Hearts struggled. 4 teams on double clear eyeing their first victory of the season. New team Rome Gladiators excelled in the second round. 2 young women, Zoe Conte and Nina Malave, both under-25 riders, showed class and collected the first podium for their team.
Great ride from Zoe Conte. It's a great performance from these 2 young riders, under-25 riders, 22 and 23 years old. There it is, he's home, he's clear, he's in time, and it's a clean sheet for the Berlin Eagles.
Berlin Eagles showed class, producing another double clear in round 2.
Easy now, and I'll push you. Can you get out? No, we can't. That is down. They will drop a spot. Berlin Eagles remain leaders in Miami Beach.
Hamburg Giants ruled themselves out. Madrid Emotion came close.
This is a tricky point for Asnar, and he knows it. He's building up momentum, and now he needs magic. And he has magic. No, he hasn't. It is the back rail that is gone.
And tension mounted as the Paris Panthers entered the course. Was it going to be Paris Panthers or Berlin Eagles?
And it's a win for Berlin Eagles as the back rail of the triple combination goes. It's 4 for Paris Panthers.
Berlin Eagles with the win and the early lead in the championship. A great atmosphere in Mexico City stimulated the Hamburg Giants. With good form early on, they knew this was their time to shine. The Giants produced another clear round in 2022, and in the second round, they took the lead with another double clear.
Here comes feeling. Is he feeling the power now? Is he feeling the pressure now? Here he comes for the lead in Mexico City, and they do it. They do it. Hamburg Giants take the lead, and it is first place at the moment for Hamburg Giants in Mexico City.
Now there was just one team that could prevent a victory for the Hamburg Giants. Any fault by the Shanghai Swans meant that the long wait for the Hamburg Giants would be over.
Mexico City, the favorite hunting ground for Shanghai Swans. And there goes the fault. Hamburg Giants are the winners, and Shanghai Swans lose it as Christian Ahlmann is faulted.
July 2019, the date of the last victory for the Giants. Almost 3 years later, they did it again. A great win in Mexico. 3 stages, 3 winners. Wins for the Berlin Eagles in Madrid and Prague Lions in Saint-Tropez saw these teams climb up the championship table. 2021 champions Falcons United had a very slow start to the season, resulting in a disappointing 10th place on the table. In Hamburg, they needed something special. Markus Eining and John Whittaker made no mistakes in round 1 and took the lead. In round 2, they needed all of their experience.
And the back rail is gone.
One fault by Markus Eining meant that there was no room for mistakes for his teammate John Whittaker. Could he persevere? The crowd held their breath.
This is all that rides on the shoulders of John Whittaker. The setup from Eining with the fall, but the fast time. And here comes John Whittaker to give United their very first lead, their very first win of the championship this season.
A remarkable and necessary clear by John Whittaker. What a way to celebrate a podium by these veterans. Getting close to the halfway point of the season, teams with championship ambitions had to step forward in Cannes. Prague Lions, already victorious in Saint-Tropez, were ready to challenge the leaders, Berlin Eagles and Stockholm Hearts. A great first round by Brian Mowgray and Peter de Vos made Prague Lions the only team with no faults after round 1. Now they had to finish what they started. A clear from Niels Bruinseels would clinch the win.
They won in Saint-Tropez, and Bruinseels is now heading home for the final fence. Time faults won't matter. Is it their second win? It is their second win. How about that? Prague Lions win in Cannes.
A beautiful round by Bruinseels and great passion from Mowgray. Prague Lions win the stage and climb to second spot on the championship table. And the championship is wide open again, just 7 points separating the top 4 teams. Madrid in Motion also on the podium, they're 4th in 7 stages. Next stop, Stockholm. Finally, the Stockholm crowd could see their home team with their own eyes. And the Stockholm Hearts were eager to reward the public. They also had the opportunity to grab the championship lead. Berlin Eagles led the table for the past 6 stages.
There comes Philip Schultz on top of the back rail at the ship is what falls. And so the Eagles are at 10, now to 12.
But they struggled to score in Stockholm.
Oh, it's gone. And finish on a score of 16. And so Berlin Eagles are really handing it to Stockholm Hearts on a platter.
The home riders Marlon Bayern Jonsson and Peter Fredriksson needed to go clear for the win.
Time's good, no problems there. Another clear, another clear. Marlon Bayern Jonsson, H&M Indiana, jump double clear in Stockholm. Peter Fredriksson at home for the win for Stockholm Hearts. Holds for the plank, and it is a win. They are dressed for success, and it is success that suits them best. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, win the home stage as the crowd rise to their feet.
It's so nice, and it's so nice to do it in front of this crowd. It's just amazing. Thank you all.
Smiles all round on the podium. Rome Gladiators, one of the new teams, produced their second podium finish, a 3rd place. Shanghai Swans 2nd and moving into top 4 position on the table now. But the big winners were the Stockholm Hearts. They took the stage and the lead in the championship race halfway through the season. Far, far away from the top of the table were Paris Panthers. Pre-season expectations were high, but top performers like Ben Mayer, Gregory Watley, Harry Smolders and Dara Kenny just couldn't get the team going. Result, a 13th place in the table and a 4th place in Saint-Tropez, their best finish so far.
This is important for the home team, the struggling team, Paris Panthers.
Paris Panthers manager Rob Hoekstra preached calmness and patience. A win was just a matter of time. No teams were clear in the first round in Paris, and the Panthers found themselves right in the mix for a podium finish. For the overall table, two young women made sure the Stockholm Hearts stayed in control. Under 25 riders Lily Keenan and Lily Atwood dealt with the pressure and produced a wonderful double clear in the second round.
Strong rounds in round one. Clears from Ben Meer and Faltic HB. The fault, the 4 penalties from Ace of Hearts and Gregory Watley. And so those 4 penalties are now the starting score of the Paris Panthers. And they've got the first fans down for Ned Dupois-Deville and Derek Kenny. Ooh, it's 12 now. Oh, Hoekstra, I sincerely feel for you.
No luck for Kenny. Still, there was a chance. Ben Mayer had to go clear and had to do it fast enough.
There it is, 70.01 seconds, and it is by 2 seconds that Paris Panthers take the lead.
One team left, Istanbul Sultans.
They have got 2 rails in hand, ladies and gentlemen. And there is the rail. Still have got 1 rail in hand. Aye. The pressure getting the better. Yo, it's done. It is Paris Panthers winning.
Finally, a win, a podium, smiles and celebrations for the Paris Panthers in the 2022 season. The home stage in Paris was the best place to do it. Another win for Stockholm Hearts in the 10th stage in Monaco meant a 30-point lead in the championship over second-place Berlin Eagles. And what a beautiful win it was for the Stockholm Hearts in Monaco. Olivia Philippart's and under-25 rider Lily Atwood with 2 double clears and another strong performance for Stockholm. To stay in the race, the Berlin Eagles knew there was only one option left: fight for a win.
There's Weishaupt now, up to the last, and he's very tight into the last one. There's fence 12, leads it, standing double clear and really fast.
And that is exactly what they did in London. Philip Weishaupt and Christian Kuckuck were the only team that made no mistakes and secured the 3rd win for the Berlin Eagles this season. A week later in Falconsvaart, Philip Weishaupt and Ludger Biederbaum had the opportunity to make it back-to-back wins, but they knew they had to be fast.
There goes Biederbaum. What a strong ride. It is unbelievable how many clears and double clears that Ludger Biederbaum can jump in one season. Let's have a look now at Philip Weishaupt, because he has to back it up. Look at how tight he rides that turn. That's the tightest turn we've seen. Comes on the angle, takes risk, rolls that rail and nearly has it down. Ooh, what's happening there? That's also still standing. Here comes Weishaupt for a very important double clear. He has got that double clear. It is also the fastest combined time of all teams so far. And the Berlin Eagles come out of Valkenswaard on 4 and now can sit back and relax and wait for the drama to unfold, because Stockholm Hearts are by H&M comes now. It's all going well for Malin. She's not letting the team down with just 1 fence left to jump. She gets a little bit strongish to the plank, leaves it standing. No, ooh, and fast as well. Look at that, 69 seconds sharp. Can you imagine that the lead in the championship depends on this round of Lily Atwood over Van Gogh? 3 fences to jump. How is she for the time? There's the virtual ranking on the right. 138.24 is to beat. She's not going to make it, or is she? 138.42. That's what's going to come down to. She adds for the last, and she's slower. She is slower. And that means that they go to second place. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M, by just fractions of seconds.
Another win for the Berlin Eagles, just edging rivals Stockholm Hearts.
We know this week we have to put a little bit more pressure on. We have to look for the time a little bit more, and actually it worked out perfect. And another win after London last week. This week again, it feels very good.
And in the battle for the championship, Berlin trails Stockholm by just 2 points. Rome was the last chance for some teams to finish in the top 4. At least 4 teams made a claim. The London Knights, one of those teams, were desperate for a good result. The best result so far in the season had been a remarkable second place. In Monaco, the London Knights and Mike Kawhi managed a great turnaround. Talented Mike Kawhi on Goldwyn changed a meager 14th place after round 1 to a second place after round 2. A great performance by the under-25 rider. Mike Kawhi with 1 fault, Sam Hutton going clear in round 1. London Knights entered round 2 as one of 5 teams on a single fault.
They have Sam Hutton and Mike Kawhi. They haven't made any changes from yesterday. Why should they? They're up there, level pegging with the leaders. Yesterday, this young man was so close to the clear. He has performed miraculously this year. He's not pushing the clock. He's just taking his time. He cannot afford a fence. He's got to jump these 2. He's jumped the first. And he's jumped the plank. He's done it. And the London Knights lead here in Rome.
And they did it. A clear from Mike Kawhi. Another clear from Sam Hutton. London Knights in the lead. Still 4 teams to go. And with clear rounds, they could all overtake the Knights.
This is Kevin Jochum's Crisscross TV. And that's another. It makes it a sudden score of 12, and now they're in the hands of the Shanghai Swans, the Paris Panthers and the Cannes Stars.
Hamburg's Kevin Jochums with faults. 3 teams to go.
The smiles, of course, coming out on the London Knights' face.
Stockholm Hearts with Peder Fredriksson. A fault. Rome Gladiators, Nina Malavey.
Oh,
Also a fault.
well, London Knights, they will stay in front.
Just 1 team to go.
Angelica Augustusson Zanatelli. And the fence has gone. It is going to be a win here for the London Knights in Rome.
GCL Super Cup winners in 2021. London Knights did it.
But look at the happy smiles.
A win in Rome. Now they were back in contention for 4th place. Berlin Eagles overtake Stockholm Hearts in the battle for 1st place. They lead by just 2 points. New York, stage 14. Both Berlin Eagles and Stockholm Hearts could make a decisive move in the championship race. The Stockholm Hearts had a disappointing first round. Peder Fredriksson produced a clear, but Lily Keenan struggled. She picked up 2 faults. Berlin Eagles were satisfied after round 1. McMahon with a fault, but Weishaupt and Kobe with a clear brought smiles to the Eagles' faces.
He's not going for a quick round, he's going for a clear round, and he's absolutely nailed it. Peter de Vos jumped it clear.
The stage was won by the Belgian duo Peter de Vos and Niels Bruinseels of Prague Lions. They secured a 3rd win of the season and moved up to 3rd place on the table.
We're getting to the business end of this New York round of the Global Champions League.
Stockholm Hearts to go first in the 2nd round. Malin Bayard-Jonsson.
These 2 came in for the final round in Rome. They were clear that day, but they're not today.
And Peder Fredriksson.
And it is a course out there today that is so easy to catch you out.
8 faults and a total of 16. Surely that meant a golden opportunity for the Berlin Eagles.
Well, there goes one of the fences that they had in hand. And there goes the other fence they had in hand. And now it is a tied score at the top of the table. The Berlin Eagles have picked up a time fault as well.
First rider out, Owen McMahon. Still, Philip Weishaupt had 1 fault in hand to stay ahead of rivals Stockholm Hearts.
And it has gone, and it will drop them behind the Stockholm Hearts.
A good chance missed. Stockholm Hearts on top. They overtake the Berlin Eagles once more. They lead just 1 point.
We had an interesting group of results, not what we would have planned, but it worked, and now we got to really focus on Riyadh and try to really make that gap a bit bigger than it is.
The final stage. The draw for the first round ensured that the Berlin Eagles started behind rivals Stockholm Hearts. Nerves were high. Stockholm's Olivia Philipparts entered the arena. A fault and disappointment for Philip Hearts. Fredriksson, the second rider for Stockholm Hearts.
Look at what happens here. Cuts the corner, cuts the jump, and lands on the back rail. Nearly lands on the fence, on the wing actually.
The two faults made the Berlin Eagles adjust their tactics. Time wasn't important, clears were.
Here comes Kukuk with Mumbai. A slow clear, but a clear, and it is a clear. Philipp Weishaupt. It is indeed a double clear.
Berlin Eagles in pole position. Still, the second round could change it all. The stage in Riyadh was won by the Saint-Tropez Pirates. Daniel Deusser and another brilliant under-25 rider, Michael Pender, both produced double clears. A fantastic conclusion to the season where the under-25 riders made a very good impression. The second round. First rider out, Olivier Philipp Hearts.
And now it's gone. Oh, it's a second one.
No luck and two more faults for the Stockholm Hearts. Marlon Bayard-Jonsson produced a clear. With a score of 16 for Stockholm Hearts now, the Berlin Eagles had 3 faults in hand when Christian Kukuk started the final round for Berlin.
Oh! That's 8 for Kukuk and Mumbai.
The pressure now on teammate Philipp Weishaupt. Could he bring the title home?
2 more for their first ever championship. An eagle earns its honor from the storm it endures. And here come the Eagles, and they are officially the 2022 Global Champions League champions.
Weishaupt did it. The Berlin Eagles, the GCL champions of 2022. Finally, the long and tense season had come to an end. Another great season, a tense showdown, and a glorious winner. These are the biggest stories of the season. We look forward to more good stories and hope to share them with you here on GCTV next season.